Sorry, as usual, I have to keep doing stuff right when I start the video. Like, I have to get my little thing going. There we go. There's my live feed. Oh man, I didn't check the mic. Is the mic working? I hope the mic's working. Hello. We have more vital things that I have to do. Stupid. So hi, I'm the Splintersmith. Today's Pensday. I'm still gathering thoughts because I just got home. Got changed. I've been so excited to put these new blanks to good use. Posted a picture of them on my Instagram. Hey, Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter because it cross posts everything. I'm gonna go grab where I've got new pen kits, which I'm not even gonna show off yet. I've got this. This here is bird's eye maple, which you can like see some beautiful grain in, and I'm really excited to see how that turns. And it's such a short piece of wood, but it's for an editor pen kit, which I've never done before. But it's got mostly it's got like a big metal piece on the other end, so it should work. I'm just excited to see how it works. And it's got this mahogany bit down the middle that I managed to drill perfectly, which I never do because my drill press is a piece of crap. So it should be great. I'm so excited about it that it'll probably explode when I try to turn it because that's how it works. But it's gonna be great. I'm excited. That'll probably be next week's, and then the week after that, you can see these numbers on here. Ignore those numbers. This is for a single. Not a modified slimline like I normally do. This is for something called a long clicker. And because I am an idiot and a child of the internet, it says long. If you don't get that joke, I'm not going to explain it. Go to Meme Base and try to figure it out. Know your meme, something like that. Anyway, but that's Live Oak and Purple Heart, and I've tried really hard to do a Celtic knot crisscross design on it. And we'll see if it works. It probably won't be very good. I don't know how well you can hear me. It probably won't be very good because, it was my first try, but we'll see. Oh, I haven't put my apron on. I told you, I'm like just getting home. Did I change my glasses? No. Jeez. It's like it's my first time. I don't know what I'm doing. So, but today we're not doing those. We're doing a Sycamore and Mahogany pen. It is a cigar pen. I've done cigar pens in the past, and this one's I've had this Sycamore drilled out for months because I thought I was gonna have a cigar pen kit that I didn't use, and then someone ended up ordering a Shawshank oak one, so I used that kit, and then so these blanks have just been sitting there. Fortunately, I hadn't glued the tubes in them yet. So, today's also going to be kind of an adventure because my tool rest is broke. So here, I'm sorry that you're going to see this. There's normally a little bolt that would go right here. Well, I was turning it and it snapped off. So all you can do is try to drill it out, and I drilled it crooked, so I screwed all the threads up, so it doesn't work right now. So I've tried to make like a little wood block that'll keep it in place, and I had to like clamp it down on one side. Anyway, that's why this particular set of blanks is already mounted. Normally, I show you and then I mount it, but you don't have to put up with that this time. I took my whole lathe apart. It was yesterday. Not like down to the motor and the pulleys and stuff, but I took the lathe bed off, I took the end cap off, I took all the pieces off and cleaned them, oiled everything up real good because it's been squeaking a little bit. Been kind of getting harder to move. Honestly, I've probably screwed it up more than it was already, but it felt good. It felt good to do that, like I was maintaining something. I really am not. I'm concerned about this mic. I normally give it a little snap test. Maybe I can do that anyway. I didn't see anything move. But I'm not going to start over now. I'll if you're not hearing anything right now, I have no one watching, so no one's in chat to tell me. But anyway, if I need to, I'll like edit the video with some captions or something. I'll just take all this out because it's useless. It's just me drinking a beer. But I'm done now. I'm not done with the beer, but I'm done drinking it. So let's adjust this horrible camera angle. Try to see if we can get started. I have to kind of wait and make sure that that's a good angle before I go. So please forgive the lag. It's terrible. It's a terrible camera angle. All right. So aren't you glad I waited? All right. That's a little better. It's still wonky, but why is that so wonky? Did I move my... I think I might have moved something. Let me try moving some stuff. Good. That's what happens when you move stuff. Let's try this. Is that better? I promise we're going to get this figured out, and then we'll start. Hey, there we go. That's the angle I wanted. Almost forgot my dust mask. Oh, and very soon, like probably next stream. Hey, what's up, man? I'm gonna have a face mask, like a big plastic one, because I saw a post today in a wood turning group that scared the shit out of me. I don't have it today, but it's because I haven't got paid yet. I just hit the mic, I'm sorry. Yeah, there it is. There's a little crack there. That's not cool. Let me get some glue. So, if you're a careful observer, you may notice that the bushings for this particular kit are all different. And therefore, this one is very complicated to get set up. If anyone watching is like a wood turner or like a beginner wood turner, making pins specifically, and you haven't dealt with a cigar pin before, the first couple ones I didn't set the bushings up properly because I didn't know. So here's me telling you, set them up right. It's a lot easier to get your pin to look nice if you use the bushings correctly. Because what it is these are sized so that they match the size of the kit parts that are right there. So this is the tip, and then that's the middle band, and that's the middle band, and then that's the cap tip. But all of these parts are slightly different sizes, so that mahogany is going to be gorgeous. I'm really just getting glue in that crack. That's all I'm trying to do. But this gives us a little preview of what the wood's going to look like once it's polished, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, alright, time to carry on. I like how the Sycamore is looking so far. What do you guys think? That's how it's going to be put together. Because I'll line the grain up. Oh, that's because it's sleeping. Alright, carrying on. Woods on their property. I was out walking in the woods because I did that all the time because I was a weird kid, like you couldn't tell. Boy, I was like, I need a walking stick. I feel like I need a walking stick right now. I didn't have one, and as I'm walking through the woods, there's a random, I swear, it's like a random little sapling-sized, perfectly straight tree, and I just walked past it, and I didn't even slow down. And I remember grabbing it, and it popped out of the ground. I don't know if you, like, there's a thing called root rot, where when the seed doesn't go down deep enough, or the root doesn't go down, whatever, it didn't plant deep enough in the soil, so it just rotted, and the force of me walking by and grabbing it busted it off. I mean, I didn't know this when I was, 12 or whatever. The adult me knows this. But, yeah, it just broke off, and then the tree itself was basically dead, so the top part broke off, and I basically just had like a 6-foot walking staff made of poplar, and I kept that staff for years. So I guess, yeah, I did make a walking stick once, but I didn't do anything to make it. I didn't really, I just grabbed it. It was just there for me, like some kind of D&D druid. It was awesome. seams. And I'm sure that I think the problem is that the tool is getting dull because of that. So let me sharpen this thing real fast. dip in that far. Because there's a tube very close underneath this wood. I'm hoping that when I shellac it, it's going to be fine. Cool. Alright, that's me verifying that there's no big ridges. One of the things that I did when I took the lathe apart was I recentered this tailstock, because I used to get a little bit of misalignment, which would cause just a little bit of overhang, like on one side. It would be smooth here, but then like it would be too fat there. I haven't been making pins maybe a year and a half now. And I can't hear nothing when the machine's on. That's okay, I'm going to be buying a lapel mic tomorrow. Ooh, fancy. Spoilers. So I apologize. I don't know how much you heard. I don't even remember what I said. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. Oh, I got a big old crack right there. So this end piece is about to get a little bit different. Let's try the file. So I've been making pins maybe a year and a half. The splintersmithing actually started as me making miniature weapons, and it's grown. It's grown considerably. So now we're done with the easy part, which is not what they tell you when you start. You would assume that making the shapes is the hard part, right? Well, it's not. No, that's 120. This has got to be 220. So that's yeah. And I might be going 800 on this. We'll see. That's right. When finishing, we do it from below. I'm still learning some of the proper techniques because I've been self-taught. So, certain things I just never knew. Take this off. That's sufficient. I don't need to take all the other stuff off. Alright. This wants a couple of little detail lines. Just a couple. I think I'm going to put one. I'll put a set here. A set there. I'm doing in threes. Leave my tool rest back there. Talking to myself, sorry. I was deciding that I wanted some accent marks. Oh, this is great. It's not taking any scratches. BRB. Another thing I got told to do was to put the... Oh, yeah, there we go. There are scratches. Get a light and put it right next to it so you can see the shadows from radial scratches. No. As I said, I've been making the pins a year and a half. That's what I started off doing was sculpting. Although I used a Dremel, so some people say it doesn't count. Yeah, I have done that. Here, I'll show you one. It's a little sword I did not long ago and then lost. And I found it while I was cleaning my shop. It's a little falchion. Got a fuller there. It's got an actual edge bevel there. It's got a little pommel decorations, and maybe you can't see it. This little thing here, the handle's detailed. It's all made out of spalted apple. But yeah. So I've been doing that. Get some of this dust off of here with a brush, like I learned. One of the worst things about learning stuff is you have to implement it all. See if I got all them scratches out. It's a damn sight better. Hell yeah. Man, I love how Sycamore looks. I didn't know I was going to love it so much, but this is why I want to try as many different kinds of wood as I can, because I picked this up on a whim, and it's one of the prettiest things I've ever turned. Wood shavings I've been saving up. Just kidding, I have a box of them. So now I can still burnish it. I'm excited. Sure, Drunken Sailor's pretty good. I think my favorite shanty is, what's it called? I can't remember now. The Kissin' of the Sheriff's Wife. It's not really a shanty, I guess. It's just an Irish folk tune by Derby O'Gill. Highly recommend looking it up. It's delightful. One of these days, maybe I'll get drunk enough and sing it. Not while I'm running a lathe, though, or anything else. All right, we're on to the money shot portion of the program, where we shellac it. I was thinking for a second if this is what I do on pins. Yes, it is. We're going to do 2 coats of shellac like always. We will spread it and then so much prettier. Holy crap. What am I doing? That's for the glue. You know what? I'm out of liquid glue. So this one's not going to get a coat of CA. I don't want to try it with the super glue, or with the gel glue. I'm not going to have glue on it. Maybe I'll go 3 coats. Just to be on the safe side. Then I'll do a coat of wax. I think you're supposed to wait between coats, like at least a couple of minutes, but I don't know. I don't go in for that bullshit. Can't see the bottom question there. What is it? Yes, so the polish isn't glue. This is shellac. It's called shellawax. It's a mix of shellac and wax, which is what you would expect from a name like shellawax. But the CA glue, which I've only just recently started using, gives it longer protection. It's more protective. This will wear after time, but this is going to be a piece that doesn't get used, I don't think so. This old dirty sock has got it was clean when it started, I promise. It's just full of wax. It brings out the grains really well. I love it. So just dry off excess real fast, and voila, it is a done couple of pin pieces. Now I will move the camera in a minute and set up a little table that I've lost. There it is, and we will assemble like the Avengers. So, I got it. I'm sorry. I know the camera's just moving. It's not good. I know that. I apologize. What was the last PC game I played? Probably The Sims, man. I used to get down on some Sims. Oh man, I'm reading the instructions, aren't I? Yeah, I am. And like always, I forgot to take the dadgum blanks off the lathe. I'm gonna put a sign up that says "Take the blanks off" or something. My lathe still is stuck. That's not good either. Can you strike it? No, it's still locked. I thought I unlocked it. Weird. There we go. Okay, that's a bushing. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's glued. I'll have to pop it off in a second. Oops. Yeah, I kind of assumed this was going to happen. When I put all that glue on the edge of this thing to seal the crack, I glued the bushing to the pin. It's fine. I have vice grips. Alright, let me go look up the instructions for how to assemble this thing. This kit was purchased from exoticblanks.com, which means I'm going to search for Exotic Blanks Cigar Pin Kit, and then I will click on the instructions. My favorite PC game. Skyrim, before I killed my game because I overmodded it. The dadgum there. Apparently I've already downloaded this. Oops. Sorry. Stand by. Dang millennials playing on their phones. Where? There they are. Okay. Alright. Skyrim with mods. Yeah, so it always bothered me. So I played it on PlayStation first. But it always bothered me that here I was the Dragonborn. I had become the leader of the Thieves Guild and the Wizards College and the Fighting Club. I don't remember what they're called, right? And I've killed dragons and gods and slayed everything, right? And there's still dudes walking up to me in the podunk town where I live going, "Hey, can you find me a necklace?" So I downloaded mods to change that. The first thing I wanted was like a big proper castle, right? I got a big old proper castle. It was stuck on the side of a mountain. It had armor stands galore for all the collectible armors and unique weapons, and that was awesome. And then I had like all these graphics packs that I had downloaded too. The problem was the castle had in the basement this big dragon, and he would guard your horde. He was just there for looks, really. But it's this big skeletal dragon, right? Really cool. And then if you deposited your gold, it would actually populate it as coins everywhere. And it definitely destroyed my video card because it was not ready for that. So I killed my game. I'm reading the instructions, please pardon. It says, assembling the pin, please refer to the pin parts diagram. The third most common error resulting in a non-functional or damaged pin is the misalignment of the parts when pressing them in place. The use of a good pin press or a small arbor press is recommended, but it can be accomplished with a good C-clamp and much care. I'm not using any of those. This is a quick grip clamp, and I've done it with this before, so it should be fine. When pressing in the various parts, by any means, be sure that the parts are straight and in line with the blanks. If the part is cocked or otherwise misaligned, at the very least, a poor fitting pin will result. At the worst, you may have a pin that is not usable. Exercise caution. One other word about pin parts. Occasionally, you will encounter parts that are a little loose fitting. This can be corrected by using a small spot of glue, usually CA, on these parts before pressing them home. Assemble the nib assembly. That's this. I think. Let me make sure. It should be, right? Here's the parts list. There we go. Yeah, that's the nib assembly. Screw the black decorative ring onto the nib adapter, which has been done. Right? There's no black decorative ring here. Sure the taper on the ring matches the taper on the nib. Screw the nib onto the nib adapter. Is this the black ring they mean? Because it's brass. It's not black at all. I gotta decipher these instructions. They're very opaque. What is going on? Okay, we've got. This has got to be it. Is this? Wait, I think this. Aha! So there's here's the camera. There's a tiny ring. This came pre-assembled, but this tiny ring was already on here. In the instructions, it's referred to as a black ring, which it is not, because this is the antique brass model. Maybe I'm supposed to start with that one. I don't know. I don't need that one. Press the nib assembly into the small end of the lower barrel of the long tube. That's this part right here. I'm telling you, man, it's already, the bushings were too big. I knew it. I'm going to assemble this without the nib on, because a flat piece is easier to get parallel. And there's just going to be some space on it. There's nothing I can do about it. Alright, that is home. Damn, a lot of space on it. Now that will go on. Cool. Press the twist holder onto the other end of this tube. What is the twist holder? The twist holder looks like that? Yeah. Yeah, boy. Alright, that goes there. I think. Yes. Take this back off so I can get the flat piece again. Oh, I just heard something crack. I hope it wasn't the wood. It's because there is a small bit of glue inside this barrel, which I'm going to address right now. You can't see. I'm sorry, man. I got caught up in what I was doing. Maybe this is better. Let me know. See the bottom part of my ugly mug? I am just getting out. There's little spots of glue on the inside of this tube from when I was gluing it into the bushing, or into the blank, rather. So I have to remove those so that these parts will press together properly. That's this part. This should be fine. Just need to get here. trying to make sure I'm visible when I do this. There we go. And like Flynn. Alright, that guy's done. This part is done, and all of the wood sticks out a little bit because these bushings were fucking wrong. It's very frustrating. That just means before I do the next cigar pen, I'll be buying a new set of bushings to make sure that I have... Maybe this one's slightly different than the other set that I did. Alright. I did the twist assembly. Now what? Insert the refill. Sure. Make sure that the spring is in place on the tip end of the refill. Yep. Screw the twist mechanism onto the holder. That's this. Yep. Should have removed the glue from this ink before I did it. Now I should be able to get this pin working. I should be able to get this pin working. There it goes. Oh, it's quite short. Oh my. Oh, I must have cut this very short. Well, there you have it, folks. Wow, be very careful when you're trimming your barrels, because this is irreparably screwed up. There's no way I can fix this. Dang. It's very upsetting. I mean, it's just a pin that's always on, and if you twist it, it's really on. Here, I'll do this up close. There you go. This is it closed. And that's it open. So I must have trimmed a good 1/8 of an inch off of this barrel without meaning to. God damn it. Well, the rest of this doesn't really matter that much, but let's finish it. Slide the decorative ring onto the black center band. I guess that's this. And this. Yep. Press it here. Sure, why not? Man, this one is tough. Probably should have checked the inside of this one too. But I did not. Alright, that's on. It's on pretty good. Press the clip bushing onto the other end. Press it until the shoulder is flush with the blank. Slide the clip over the thread. Screw on the finial. Oh, I see. This was not assembled previously. That's fine. Is there a spot that I want to choose for this to go to? I'm going to go over here. No, I'm not. Go right there. Oh yeah, right in. Should have made that clip smaller. Just a moment. I'm making an adjustment. On the fly. An on the fly adjustment of this clip's orientation. Damn thing, go in. Go. So, like, despite the fact that this is an unusable pin, I'm still trying to make it look as nice as I can. I didn't want that big space on the clip. Gotta screw the finial back on. Cool beans. That's good to go. And then we just attach this, which I believe is just a press fit. And we verify. Slide the cap. Yep, that's it. The screw off the cap. Do not pull. Weird. Alright. I'm going to get the grain lined up. Yep. That's the stuff. Well, there you go. Damn, it's a fine pin, too. I'm pretty salty about it being so much shorter than it's supposed to be. I'm wondering if I screwed up and that was supposed to be the tip. Like, okay, upper tube, short tube. That's my fault. If I had assembled these pieces in reverse, okay. Well, damn it. Well, this has been Pensday. I have a pretty cool pin that's no good to anybody. I guess it's just always on. That's fine, right? And that's not really. I'll tell you what, if anyone is interested in this pin, I will sell it to you for half price. Fair? Pretty fair. Sycamore, mahogany, antique brass. It looks a treat. I quite like it. I'll be photographing it tomorrow, it looks like, 'cause it's already dark out here. And I'll see you guys in a week. So I'm looking forward to that. Next week, I think we'll do the long clicker next week and get that one out of the way, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to work either. Let me move this camera again so you can see me as I'm talking. Blech. Dropping stuff. Yeah, we'll do the long clicker next week. And the week after that, I've got the bird's eye editor pin. We'll do those, and then we'll do another cigar pin. I have antique silver also, and I'm going to prep some ebony blanks for that, so that'll be a fun one. One of these days I need to do another shot of like actual swords or wands, because you didn't even know I made them. But yeah, that's my primary steeds. I just do these because they're short and it makes for an acceptable length of YouTube video. But really, I try to specialize in the other stuff. Anyways, well, thanks for joining me on this futile attempt at making a pen. I mean, I made a pen. It's just kind of it's not good. Because I put the pieces together backwards. Womp womp. Here's one more shot of the pen, so you can see it. It'll be up on my Instagram later. Later!